Hello everyone, welcome to September Stash Bash. This month we are working with Project Life cards, and I actually don't have a whole lot of them, but what I do have, it's a decent, handful, I guess you could say. I'm able to keep them all into a photo, like what you get your photos back from a printer, if that's how you get your photos. One of those kind of sleeves things, those they all fit in there. So my idea to start with was to kind of just organize everything by my kind of color tones. I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to go with this layout. I just knew that I probably wanted it to either be a really bright summer theme, a nice fall theme, or kind of a more neutral monotone type thing. Not exactly sure where I'm going, so I'm just going to split up all my cards. You kind of see me doing this here. I have some really nice cards that I kind of hoard because I don't want to use them. Do you ever do that? But I am pretty pleased with myself. I got quite a few used up on this spread, so that worked well. So now I have them sorted, at least within the colors I'm okay with using. And I'm going to now kind of decide what to do. Originally, my idea was to go ahead and pull out all the fall type themed ones and create a fall layout. I have this photo of my son who is standing watching the pumpkin patch we go to every year. There's this pig with a banjo that sings, and it's hilarious. And he was really into it last year, and I wanted to document that because I'm not sure if that's where we're going to go this year or not. And so that's the first photo you're going to see me kind of play with. I really like this idea of putting my Project Life cards on this diagonal. And I'm going to go with that theme, even though all but like 2 of these Project Life cards change. So, you do what you can. And then my photo changes and the story changes because the photo changes, right? Part of my problem, and I really wanted to use like that November, except the photo wasn't taken in November, it was October. So I have to find my October one. The colors weren't right, and I was frustrated. So if I had, and I don't take, for some reason, November is a month I do not take a lot of photos. November and September tend to be the 2 months out of the entire year where you'll find that I lack in photos. I don't know what it is about those 2 months, but I have a hard time with them. And so here you can see my photo that I'm wanting to use. It's just not, I like it. The October isn't really working, and then my colors don't really match with my photo, and I'm just like, let's see what else I can do. So I'm going to try to go in and find some different cards and play off of that to see if I can make that work. That didn't work either. So I said, scratch it. I picked a new photo and switched out my cards. So the cards you see there now are the cards I'm actually going to use. And the photo is of my nephew and my daughter. And my nephew was born about 4 months. March, April, May, June. About 4 months. 3.5 maybe, after Nora. So they're going to be very close in age. And I think this is very special and neat because Jackson has a cousin who isn't technically like our niece or nephew, but our niece, but she's like Sean's cousin's little one. So, and we're always together at family functions, so we just consider her his cousin. And they're very close in age too. I think they're a year apart, but because she's the girl, it works really well for them. And they have a very special relationship, and I really am hoping that this little guy, his name is Rolly, that him and Nora have that same close-knit, want to play together during family function relationship. And then there's actually another cousin who is the same, so it's the sister of the first one. I know, big family stuff. And unfortunately, she lives in Florida, so we don't really get to see her, but there's 3 of them. All of our families had babies like bam, bam, bam right after each other. And I think we're all done now. I think all of the kids have been had for this generation. And so it's just really neat to document all of this. And I did do a layout about the day he was born with all of the cousins. But this one I wanted to focus in on my daughter being a cousin to Rolly. And that's why I'm using this I Am paper for my background. And what I'm going to end up doing is, you can see that I stitched around every single card. I did take the time to do that. I did it late at night and I didn't want to do it, but I'm really happy that I did because it definitely helped enhance each card really well. So I did that. I'm going to back my photo with just a little bit of pink and teal to represent the boy-girl type theme. It was my idea there. And then I'm going to use the word I am in the bottom to spell out and turn into my title, which you'll see in a minute. But first, what I thought was this piece of pattern paper has like faux sequins on it, and I thought it would be neat if I went into my supplies, because hello, it's Big Ol' Mom Scraps designer here, and so because I'm on the design team for them, I have a lot of sequins, a lot. And so I thought it would be neat to kind of just put a few, not every single one has them, but a few of them do. And I like that little bit of dimension to it. I think that's really neat. And so I go ahead and do that. I'm going to back my photo with some fun foam so it's lifted off the page, because you need that little bit of dimension there. And then my plan is, you can see I wrote a cousin. So my title is I Am a Cousin. It's really simple and simplistic, and you have to look for the title, which is not normally something I do, but I really love the way that turned out. I then add 3 little pieces of wood veneer flowers for a triangle effect going on there. And then I'm going to pull out 2 more Project Life cards. So in total, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Project Life cards, which is pretty good. I think that's pretty good. And I'm just going to fussy cut out that little cat. And I'm also going to take one of my Project Life cards just because the color tone was correct and it really helped set. I wanted to use that banner, but the blue obviously wasn't going to match. So I just trimmed that myself. So you can see I did that there. The black cat, unfortunately, was too black. So I'm going into my little goodie thing of, I have all my animals separated into one little jar, and I found the male version of that little bunny thing. So that helps again represent the boy and girl version. And that's just about going to do it. I thought about adding clouds, but that's not going to happen. So that is my take for this month's Stash Bash. I hope you've enjoyed that, all my rambling. Make sure to check out Laura's video as well, and I'll see everyone next month. Bye!